I saw you in LA, man. What was that? Did you get surgery? Did we get surgery on the foot? And was that you in LA in those photos?
I think if you look at the feet and maybe the car, you would know that was me.
What happened? What was it out there? Did anything pop up? Was it just precautionary because it's bye week? You have a little extra time. You want to learn about yourself, or how was that
Yeah,
decision made?
I wanted to get a second opinion on my toe. We got an incredible doctor here in Wisconsin who many people across the country will send, their issues to, foot, ankle, toe, whatever. But I think it's always important, regardless of what you're interested in, of getting multiple opinions on the subject, especially when it comes to medical things that you might not be an expert at. So I went out and saw
Dr. Joe Rogan.
fantastic doctors out there, and had some good conversations, and thankful for that opportunity to gather some more information.
Were you able to make a stop in Austin maybe on the way back to get a third opinion? And if so, like, what did you learn about your toe throughout these trips?
Yeah, I wasn't able to make it to Austin just yet, but Dana White sure is doing pretty good.
Oh! Hey, when you saw that, was that like, are you guys in a group text? It's like, hey, Dr. Joe Rogan's patients, and did you guys just fucking put like all the dunks on? Did you do that? Is that what that was?
No, I definitely I saw the clip.
Okay.
I know Dana just a little bit, but I'm happy for him and his wife and their kids and his 80-year-old mother-in-law. That's what gets lost, I think, too often in this is that they're all doing well. So I'm happy they're all over COVID and doing really well. But no, I didn't go to Austin. I did get some great information about my foot. There was nothing really revolutionary. There was no mindset change or anything. The biggest key is rest. I wish that there was another one of these weeks so I could, get 14 to 21 great days without doing anything. But the toe is improving, and we'll see how it feels later in the week.
I learned how you could get 10 days, although I don't think we should go back through that whole process there. How do you feel though? It's late in the season already, going into week 14, you guys coming out of a bye week in which you looked fantastic the week before. Is this just status quo, like the broken toe? Is this just understood that this is going to happen? And if you have to get rest, are you normally a guy that misses practice and it doesn't matter? Or is this going to be a little bit of a routine breaker for you?
Well, it's kind of the habit now. It takes 21 days to form a habit, so we're going on that many days and not really doing a whole lot of practicing. Last year, I was very proud to say that I didn't miss one day of practice and wasn't on the injury report one time. I mean, that's kind of a rarity, I think, for anybody that's played quarterback as long as I have, and really just about any position. There's going to be something that's going to put you on the list one way or another, and you might miss practice here and there as precaution or because you're dinged up or banged up. But last year was amazing. I mean, I felt incredible. Obviously, that's not the case this year. Missing obviously a number of practices now. I'm not going to disparage practice and say it's not important. I think it is important. I think there's things to be talked out and figured out during the week by practicing and taking those reps. At the same time, I'm old enough. I've been in this league long enough. I've played enough games where I can still go out and perform at a really high level without practicing.
And you mentioned if you got surgery, your toe would be immobilized. Would that be for how long?
For the rest of the season.
Well, they
So
just
it'd be
put
a
a
little
pin
baby
in?
cast on it?
Yeah,
They put a pin in to prevent any further displacement of the fracture. So that would immobilize my toe. That's that's not option number 1 or 2, I don't think. But if things were to progress or get much worse, then that would be something to avoid any further damage.
So we're not ruling out that this could potentially happen throughout the rest of the season still. And you said last week that you could get the surgery on a Monday and still play on a Sunday. Has that all that information been confirmed? Is that the mindset going forward with LaFleur and everybody?
Well, I mean, LaFleur's not a doctor, but he is a close party to the situation, and I think any decision that's made would be one that allows me to play. I'm not going to miss any games. I've obviously played with much bigger injuries, different parts of my body, and although it's a small pinky toe, it's definitely painful and creates some issues. But I'm not going to miss any games because of it. To me, I just didn't think it made sense, and neither did Dr. Bob, Anderson, to do surgery right after a game. So we wanted to give it a week to see how I felt, and it's definitely feeling better. And we're hopeful that we can get to the end of this week and be feeling really good and maybe kind of get on the other side of this thing.
Okay, and the murmur you heard there is Zito, who's a Bears fan who seems to care about you a lot more now.
take
Says
off
take
the
another week
week.
off.
Come
yeah,
on.
that's what